At least 25 people have been killed by a landslide in Indonesia, and many others remain missing. Rescuers are searching for victims after the disaster which buried the village of Pasir Langu in West Java province. Among those feared dead are members of an elite marine unit whose training camp was swallowed by the mountainside during Saturday's disaster. A short while ago, I asked DW correspondent Kenya Winanti in West Bandung for her assessment.
Yeah, this is the third day of search mission by volunteers of civilians and also state-deployed rescue personnel. And now near me, there are relatives still waiting for news for their missing ones. And as you mentioned, behind me, hundreds of rescue personnel are still searching for the missing ones. But whether they will find the missing victims alive, the chance is very thin. I also talked with the relatives here, and they said that it will be a miracle if they can find their beloved ones alive. But they will be very grateful if they can still find the missing victims because they want to bury their relative ones or beloved ones by themselves. And the chance is very thin because, as you can see behind me, villages were completely destroyed by the landslide. And it is worsened by the situation that the weather has been changing very rapidly. Now it's sunny, but when we joined the rescue efforts this morning, it was raining and thick fog covered this area. Not to mention the terrain is very difficult with wet and unstable mud.
As you mentioned those conditions, do we have any idea why there were Marines training in this area when, as you mentioned, it was well known that this is the heavy rainfall season?
Yes, there are 23 Marines or soldiers that have fallen victim in this tragedy. According to the officials, they were joining a training before their deployment to the border of Indonesia. Actually, the military training during rainy season is common, considering that Indonesia only have two seasons, dry and wet seasons or rainy seasons. But what caught them off guard this time, not only them actually, but all of Indonesians off guard this time, is that the rainfall is much higher compared to the previous years. The officials have declared it an extreme weather, but experts have criticized that argument, considering that saying that extreme weather is just the trigger, but we have to we have to be more prepared for what's coming. And considering, and also extreme weather is only a trigger, considering that land conversion is the main issue and has been rampant in Indonesia.
DW's Kenya Winanti, we appreciate your reporting. Thank you.